at AOR Rocks.
Problem is he doesn't remember
he doesn't remember what his hair color is.
Doesn't remember what his name is.
Yeah, he doesn't remember if he has hair at all.
What does gray mean? Don't remember that word.
He and Lou Graham, mushroom brains.
I was listening to some Lou Graham the other day. I was like, God damn, that guy was pretty good.
Yeah, he was good. He's a good singer. I mean, obviously Foreigner was, at top of their game.
Even after Foreigner, when he did the Lou Graham.
Yeah, the Midnight Blue and all that. I saw him open up for Steve Miller Band.
He was good.
During that era.
Hey, he was good. It's too bad fucking his brain turned to pudding.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, he was good for a while.
Remember you and I were at the Roxino about a year ago?
Yeah.
And there were posters of him?
Yeah.
And we were just like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. And I said, Lou Graham. We were like, get the fuck out of here. That's not Lou Graham.
I mean, I couldn't even tell who the hell that was.
That's the fucking parking attendant.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't look anything like Lou Graham these days.
Yeah. Terrible.
And doesn't sound like very much like Lou Graham either.
I saw some video and stuff where he's, obviously he's got his own solo band and he performs a majority of Foreigner songs.
Right.
It's just like, painful. And another guy that I like as personally and who's actually been here on the show.
Yeah.
Is that, that former Bad Company singer, that Howe guy.
Oh, Brian Howe.
Brian Howe. Holy cow, does that guy look like shit?
Yeah. Life didn't do him well at all.
Life was not kind to him.
No.
At all.
No.
I mean, I'm sure somebody in our chat room will find a current picture of Brian Howe, formerly of Bad Company. Holy shit.
Yeah, he does. He did not age well.
I mean, we had him here on the show. I interviewed him here on the show for whatever that album he had. It was a solo album, something about monkey something or other. Right. Monkey Puzzle, or that. I think that was UFO, but it had something to do with that. And really nice guy, friendly as hell.
Right.
But holy cow, did he just, oof.
What do you think it was with him? The booze?
I don't know. He was really bloated, though. Just terrible. Look at who is that? Carolina in the chat room. Graham looks like Yoda.
Nice. Hey, you want to play some Lou Graham?
Sure, play some.
I'm going to let you play it because it sounds better coming out of yours.
All right.
I'll give you the link here. I have not listened to it. It might be wonderful. This is Lou Graham Band, 2014, playing Urgent.
Yeah, I think I may have actually seen this.
Is it good?
No.
All right.
Now this is an emergency.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. Is that really Brian Howe?
Yes.
He looks like he got hit by a car.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's the guy.
That looks like when they found Chris Christopherson's body in A Star Is Born.
Right.
Just fucking dead.
Just bloated. It just looked horrific.
What happened, dude?
Oh.
You expect him to see, and then he filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, my God.
What the hell?
I mean, he had the Holy Water CD and, How About That? And, all those songs in the late 80s, early 90s.
All right, look at the lines in the second picture there on his eyes.
Yeah.
What do you think this guy smokes? 14 packs a day?
Probably.
Isn't that what causes those lines?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It dries your skin out. Just makes you look horrific.
I'd like to cut off his face and make a football.
Just awful. What happens to our heroes and our people we like?
Do you think if you smacked his face that it would feel like you were hitting a suede coat?
Too much tanning, too much cigarettes, too much booze.
That face looks like it would feel like a football.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you wiped away his nose and eyes, like you could make a soccer ball out of his head.
Sure.
And it would feel the same.
Right.
Wow. That's a look there. Good grief, dude.
I know. Just
sorry, Brian. I love your music, but holy smokes, dude. I think his skin was in bad company. Jesus Christ. Really bad company.
All right. Well, let's listen to a little more of Lou Gramm.
All right. Is he singing yet?
Not yet.
All right.
His whole band's got to do the big workup.
Oh, I thought maybe he just forgot that he had to sing.
I don't know how he manages to pay that band. He's got a saxophone player, a guitarist, a bassist, a drummer, a violinist, a keyboardist. I mean, he's got a whole huge ass band going on up there.
Friends?
I have no idea. But he looks like he swallowed a basketball. I'm just terrible. He just moves lethargic around the stage, and it's just, oh my God.
Is he wearing the untucked shirt?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, and the buttons are straining on his big belly.
Looks like he just strolled right off the bus.
Ugh.
Look at that photo.
Yeah, that's basically the picture that I'm looking at on this YouTube video.
I would never envision that that's really Lou Gramm.
I know. You don't even recognize the guy.
The picture there at the top where he's holding the water bottle?
Yeah.
That looks like if Stephen Hawking magically stood up.
That's true.
It does. It looks like Stephen Hawking. Holy shit. Lou, why are you tucking that pillow in your belly? What the hell? Holy smokes.
And Nathan. Jeez. God damn.
Holy smokes. If you're in the chat room tonight, holy shit, you're missing half the jokes. God damn it, that's fucking not right.
I used to be a dirty white boy. Now I like pudding and Jell-O.
Love to see him fucking pulling on his hair to fucking get a spoonful.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
What happened?
His face.
What happened?
What happened to his face? I mean, I'm not even trying to pick on the guy necessarily. That does not look like Lou Gramm.
Yeah, I would never know that was Lou Gramm.
No. If that guy showed up for a Lou Gramm concert, I'd want my money back for being ripped off.
Sure.
That does not look like Lou Gramm.
Right.
I'm pulling up a picture right now of Lou from 1980s. He looks nothing like that.
Yeah.
Everything about his face, he has completely different facial character.
I know.
What the fuck?
He got run over by a truck.
Yeah. The fucking cancer truck or whatever he fucking had. What did he have?
He had some kind of a brain tumor or something.
Brain aneurysm or something?
No, not an aneurysm. I think he had a brain tumor or something.
My God. But they replace it. They fill it in with fucking, I don't know, meat for his head?
They use Bondo.
God damn, dude. He looks terrible. in this fucking picture. Holy smokes. Ugh. So sad.
It is.
And I want to hear some more of him singing, because so far he's really got me captivated.
Yeah. Just such a tough listen.
It is terrible.
All right. I can't take any more of that.
Look in the link. I just sent you a
I
link.
see that. I see you got Kelly Hansen singing Urgent.
See what that sounds like. I haven't listened to it, obviously.
All right. Here's Kelly Hansen.
All right, with this intro.
All right, everybody on your feet. It's time to rock. You know why? It's urgent. You're not shy. You get around. You wanna fly. Don't want your feet on the ground. You stay up. You won't come down. You wanna live. Wanna move to the sound. Got fire in your veins, burning high. But you don't feel the pain. Your desire is insane. You can't stop until you do it again. But sometimes I wonder as I look in your eyes.
Well, I got to tell you, though, Kelly brings it, man.
Kelly sounds like Lou Gramm.
He does.
And Lou Gramm sounds like every other karaoke singer.
Right.
My goodness.
Yeah. They just smoke.
Yeah.
I got to give it to Mick Jones, reinventing the band.
Yeah, he did.
He reinvented Foreigner.
He did. I think Foreigner is better now. I saw Foreigner in the day in '85 with the Agent Provocateur tour,
Mm-hmm.
and they stunk. They were not good. I don't know. Did you ever see them back in the day?
Yeah, I saw them. Sure.
Were they good? Because
They They didn't have the energy. I mean, they performed the songs, but they were lackluster. That's the only term I could use. But boy, this Kelly, man. With Jeff Pilson, he's up there thrashing on bass, and Kelly's out there and just riling up the crowd, and
Yeah, and for a while there, they had Jason Bonham on drums.
Yeah, and that's the time that I hung out with them on a couple of occasions because Jeff, said, come on back, bro, come on, be my guest.
Yeah, Jeff was great.
Yeah, they played here not far from my house, and they played in Chicago with Styx.
Right.
And Jeff invited me out on both occasions.
Sure. Jeff not only took care of me, but took care of like 6 of my neighbors.
Yeah.
Jeff's awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Love Jeff Pilson.
Yeah, I ran into him at NAMM back in January.
Yeah.
And just, he's just always been friendly to me. Always.
I heard a rumor that Jeff Pilson might be at that show we're going to go catch in Bath.
That's what I heard, too.
I heard that rumor. What a coincidence.
Look, God damn it, Nathan. Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. Nathan is a bastard, man. I thought we were bad, but boy, I tell you what, he kicks our asses.
I can just see it now. Luke Graham comes up with fucking the solution to fucking, time travelers.
Yeah.
Because he's already got the look of the world's smartest man.
Yeah.
Shit.
And you heard about the latest, right, with Foreigner?
What?
They're coming up with their 40th anniversary.
Okay.
And Lou thinks that they should reassemble the original Foreigner for the 40th anniversary tour.
No.
And he's just like, they're just like, dude, you can't do this.
No way. That's terrible. That's one reunion I'm not going to. I'll tell you that now. That's a reunion that is definitely not on my radar.
No.
All right, let's play the game. $20 in Valparaiso.
No.
Not for 20?
Not a big enough fan. No, I'm not going to watch that.
10.
No.
5.
How far do I have to drive?
Valparaiso. It's in Valpo.
$5.
$5. It's in Valpo.
Oof.
And in fact, I'll even give you a free drink.
All right, I'll go for $5.
And a free drink?
And a free drink.
What if I don't give you the free drink?
Then I'm not going. The thing is that Enough's Enough and Mike Tramp played here a few years ago.
Okay.
And it was literally around the corner from me. I mean, I could walk to it. I mean, that's how close it was.
Right.
And I went.
Okay.
And I was just disappointed.
Disappointed?
I got to hang out with Mike Tramp, and he was really nice. Mike is a very nice guy. Of course, Chip's always great.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, but it made me sad. I was actually sad when I left the show because it was just like, is this what this is all boiled down to?
How about $10? But you definitely get to meet.
No, I don't. You know what? And I'm going to tell you the reason why. And it's not because I don't like Foreigner, because that I've seen Foreigner with Kelly in the last, within the last 10 years, a couple of times, 3 times, I think.
Sure.
They kicked ass.
Sure, they're great.
For me to go see Lou Graham do what he does, especially just from that YouTube video that I just played.
Right.
I would rather forego the show and just have good memories of what it used to be.
Right.
I hate to see that diminish. And I had the same feeling today when I saw the GNR video with Adler coming out.
Right.
And Axl introducing him. And I was just like, there's something fucking weird about that. There's just something not right.
Right.
To see this fat Axl with this like 2X t-shirt and this weird haircut and this bandana and this beefy arms. It's just like, I would have never paid money to see that show. No way. it's not that I necessarily want to see them, but George still has the capability to play when he wants to. It's just like Van Halen. You know, when they had David Lee Roth, I saw the show 3 times, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I saw him 3 times. I saw him when they first got back together in 2007?
Okay.
And then we saw them in Wisconsin. And then I saw them again last July.
Chicago. Right?
Yeah. And the time that I saw him in 2007 when they first got David Lee Roth back, and then, of course, when we saw him in Wisconsin,
right,
totally blew. Then when I saw them last July, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
He actually tried, it seemed.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's not Brian Howe, is it?
Where? I don't think so.
I think it is.
No, that can't be him.
I think that's him. Same fucking crow's feet on the eyes. Just fatter.
Is Demon comparing him to Chucky? Just terrible. I mean, if you look at that Chucky doll,
it does look similar.
It does. Wow.
This chat room.
Just terrible.
The chat room has taken over.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
You know, if you listen on Spreaker or Uncontrolled Noise or something and you're not in the chat room, chatandkill.com, you miss half the show.
Picture. That picture with Chucky next to it.
I know.
Shit.
Wow. It's just terrible.
Oh, no. That's so wrong. And Lord knows I'm the worst looking fuck on the planet, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is fucking brutal.
That's it. Wow.
Holy shit.
And, you know, here's the thing that I've always maintained. And we talked about this prior to the actual Guns N' Roses show when it was first announced.
Yeah.
That GNR was getting back together way back, what was it, in January or February or something?
Right.
And I made the comment here on the show, and you basically called it. Mm-hmm. I said, do you think Axl will try to get himself in shape?
Right.
You know, and you said, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Right.
You said, I don't think he will. I don't think he gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And you were right. Because I watched those videos from this past, few shows with Steven Adler, and I was just like, holy shit, dude.
No, he didn't care.
And the thing is I know from personal experience, me and Axl are just, I think we're like 2 years apart. I think Axl's 54 and I'm 52.
Okay.
You can get in shape.
Well, especially if you have 6 months and $100 million to hire trainers.
Exactly. You can get in shape, but I mean, there's just something not right about that. It just looks weird.
He could have lipoed. Honestly.
Well, he wouldn't have had to even done that. He could have literally dropped 30 pounds in 6 months easily.
No.
Easily. But he apparently didn't do that.
He didn't care.
You called it, though. That's the thing. When we had this discussion, you see, as an entertainer, at least in my book, if you're a entertainer where, you need to, now let's say, and I hate to beat a dead horse, but look at Don, for example.
Okay.
Don put on some weight because he went through some chemo or some radiation because he had that stomach cancer.
Right.
And he looked kind of bloated and he'd put on weight and this and that. Well, he quit the smoking. He cut down on the drinking. He went on a diet, and now he's leaner than me.
Yeah, he lost a bunch of weight.
He did. But the thing is he made an effort to do that. Mm-hmm. Because he's a performer. I mean, the guy's 60. He just turned 63 years old last week.
Right.
63 years old, but he's still out there obviously performing.
Right.
And he was concerned about his appearance and obviously his vocal ability and all these other things that make him the front man.
Right.
I would think that a guy like a Lou Gramm or an Axl Rose or a Brian Howe or these guys would take that into consideration. You're a performer.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you sing the songs, but when people come to see you perform, they don't want to look at some tub of lard on the stage who can hardly get out of his own way.
At a minimum, they want to be able to recognize you.
Sure.
Axl, I can at least sort of recognize. He doesn't look really that healthy, but he looks like Axl, sort of, I guess.
Sort of. He looks like Axl, sort of.
Well, compared to Lou Gramm.
Yeah, I don't even recognize Lou.
Lou Gramm could walk around the floor. Lou Gramm could walk around any casino he's playing in that night, and no one would fucking come up to him and say, "Hey, Lou, can I get an autograph?"
Right.
Not a single fucking person.
Sure.
I mean, he doesn't look at all like Lou Gramm.
Right.
And and Brian Howe, Jesus God, he doesn't look like he can afford to be in the venue.
And I'll go with Demon's thought in the chat room. Elvis didn't give a fuck either.
Yeah, worked for him.
I mean, look at him. Holy cow.
Yeah, it worked for him. Worked well.
Died at 42.
Pounding
one out on the toilet.
Gotta die of something.
Oh, man.
You think that's what it was? You think he was beating his dick?
No. He was just so
shit.
Well, he died of a heart attack.
You think that's I've always wondered what the real story is.
Well, no, he was so full of opiates that when you take a lot of painkillers and shit, your shit turns to cement.
Oh, nice.
So he was on the toilet just trying to pound one out. Died of a heart attack.
Hey, there's Elvis.
Yeah, look. At 42 years old.
Yeah, that's a bit.
42.
Right.
So just, oh my God. It's like, what's wrong with our people?
I know.
We look up to these goddamn people. Sick of the hero worship. I'm just going to worship myself.
Maybe you do. So I don't fucking look up to any of these fucks. They're just fucking guys that made songs.
And I agree. And I agree with you. I agree.
No different than a guy that makes a table that I think looks cool.
Yep.
They're the same to me.
Yeah, but the thing is you're, aside from purchasing the table, you're not paying the guy to perform for you.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not paying Fat Elvis. That's for damn sure.
True.
And I skipped Axl.
Yep. So did I.
And we collectively skipped Lou Gramm.
Yep.
And I've never seen Brian Howe since he started looking like that.
And I saw him with Bad Company on like three occasions.
Yeah.
And he sang his ass off.
And he looked healthy.
He did. I saw them together with Leonard Skinner at the Rhodes Arena.
Right.
Back in, I think it was like 94.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they kicked ass.
Yeah, the time I saw him, he certainly didn't look like he could be working the fucking tilt-a-whirl at the He's got a look these days. Doesn't he look like he could be working the fucking tilt-a-whirl?
Oh, just terrible.
Just looks bad.
It's like, what happened to you, dude?
Yeah.
Like I said, I had him here on the show. I think this was during the time you were away.
Okay.
And I interviewed him, and so nice.
Sure he
Extremely
is.
nice dude, man. Just very friendly.
Right.
But, man, when I saw the photos, I was just like, what the fuck happened to that guy?
Right.
So, anyway. Too bad.
Yep.
All right, well, I think that's going to end the show, Pally.
What?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yep, it's over.
Okay. Wow. Well, that was fast.
The name of his Brian Howe's CD was called Circus Bar.
Circus Bar.
Circus Bar.
All right. I'm glad I don't remember that, I think. Is it good? I'm assuming not, since you've never played it again.
Well, let me play a little snippet.
All right, let's hear.
and try to forget what's gone before. Yeah, I've been with people that could drive me crazy, yeah. I've been with people that would leave me on the floor. Yeah, I'm back, I'm here. I want you to know it. I'm back.
All right. Sounds all right.
Bad Company. It's the Brian Howe era of Bad Company.
Yeah, I love the Brian Howe era.
I did too. I loved all those records. Here Comes Trouble, Holy Water.
Holy Water's a cool song.
The whole album was great.
Yep.
So yeah, I like that era. I mean, you know, obviously I like Paul Rogers. I mean,
Wait, that's not really Linda Ronstadt, is it?
yes, it is.
Get the fuck.
Yeah,
She looks like the mother on Family from 1975.
yeah. Just
What happened?
well, she's got I think she's got Alzheimer's or something. She can't sing anymore.
What, she can't remember to put the fork down?
She was. I remember when I was working in Camelot Music back in 1983 or 84, during 83, 84. And
Yeah.
she was already starting to balloon up at that point
All right.
because she worked with the Nelson Riddle band, the guy who does a lot of the television theme songs for the different TV shows.
Sure.
And she did an album with him, and she was already starting to balloon up at that point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good on her. I think she looks very... Anyway, what else? What?
It's like, I agree with you though, dude. You know, some of these performers,
Yeah.
it's just like, you know what, you might be a vocalist or whatever, but you're also a visual performer. It's just
Sure.
like you got a little more pressure on you to stay in shape and stay fit than most people,
Right.
but you got to do that because that's part of your
It's your gig.
job.
Yeah. It's like hiring a fat personal trainer. Who would do that?